How you doing, YouTube? Matt from Massive Beer Reviews, back with yet another review. Gonna do a little bit of word butchering right now because I have no idea how to pronounce this. You figured I'd look this shit up, but I don't. And we have Micanopy, Moonbeam from Swamphead Brewing. Comes courtesy of Jason. Thank you very much, brother. He sent me off a whole bunch of Florida jams. This is one of them, and it's really I'm intrigued by it because I had a couple of Swamphead beers a while ago. I think I got a couple from the brewery. I think one was like a rich kind of brown ale, and the other one was definitely the kind of barrel aged imperial IPA that they do. Pretty sure I had one other one. And then outside of that, done. So it's been a while since I've had one, so I'm kind of intrigued. And this is being a New England style hazy. It's kind of cool. Let's see. Dating wise, I have no idea. It's kind of bundled on the bottom. Micanopy, Moonbeam. And then back here it says, through the years and out of the swamp mist emerged the legend of Micanopy Moonbeam. Growers were said to have burlap sacks full of moonbeam strain along the water's edge, with roots literally dipping beyond the surface of unassuming sustenance. Reimagined as a beer, this Northeast style IPA has a smooth presence with an intense fresh aroma, which leads to a whole lot of juicy hop tankness to be fired up about. I butchered that. Lactose. It's a lactose beer. It says hops, malt, yeast, water, and lactose. So it's not a milkshake IPA. I don't think. I just think it is just a little bit of lactose, add a little bit of sweetness to it. I'm guessing it's going to be a little bit old school, and it's kind of like hop bill and malt, or hop bill and malt bill, and maybe they're using that lactose to kind of temper a bit of that bitterness. But we're going to find out. So, and label wise, I said this in the unboxing of it. It just kind of reminds me of what Swamphead does. Their kind of branding is pretty much on point all the time for what they want to portray, and that kind of made sense to me. Rocky head, rocky edges, dissipating relatively quick, just off weight. And she's hazy, but she's hazy more in the way of a kind of rich Belgian ale or a saison or something like that. It has an orangeness to it, but there's a little bit of a hue difference, a little bit of kind of a hazy difference to it. So she'd be a hazy, slightly different, at least from a distance. Let's get a nose. Yeah, I'm getting a lot of green hoppiness in here. It's like a vegetal green hop, almost like tea leaves, but undried, uncured kind of leaves like that. Yeah, green hoppiness, getting a bit of sweetness, but I don't even think it's coming from the lactose. It's almost like a subtle malt sweetness. I'm not really getting kind of clued into any kind of overt like fruited hop presence in it. It's more just that kind of old school kind of hop with a little bit of soft malty sweetness to it. It smells fun, but just, I mean, a New England style IPA just doesn't smell like that. That's not a bad thing, even though that's what it says on the can. And usually, if you see it on the can, that's what I want. But let's just dive in, see what she's got. Cheers. That's exactly the beer I thought it was going to be. It's an old school IPA. Old school hops, tannic, tea-like, bittering. Just that kind of herbally kind of hop. Not a bad thing. Spicy, and there's a big bittering pop to it. There's a rich maltiness to it. It doesn't come off as dense and as caramelly as I thought it might air to. It's pretty, I don't want to say generic maltiness, but when you add that lactose on there, which definitely comes through in the taste, it just comes off as that dextrose sweetness that you typically get from a lot of those New England kind of IPAs. Think Trillium. So you get this big sweetness, not a huge malt base on it, but those hops are definitely coming off all old school, herbal, spicy, tannic, the whole nine, and it kind of works for this beer. It's probably just a touch too sweet for me. And the mouthfeel, well, I wouldn't classify it as thin. It lacks that creaminess that you typically get from a New England style IPA. I think it's a fun take. It's just not a New England style IPA. That's it. I'm not gonna bash. I mean, I should bash people when they just the beers don't match up. I really enjoy it when a beer tastes exactly what you're calling it on the label. But I still like the beer, so it's kind of one of those things where it doesn't taste exactly like what the beer says it is, but at the same time I like it. Then again, I didn't buy it. It was sent to me. So if I bought this expecting a New England style IPA, it's just not that. The way the malt comes off, that lactose sweetness, the way it plays, the way the hops play, very old school and herbal like, and the mouthfeel, everything about it is just not a New England style IPA, but it's still a tasty beer. If it's tasty beer, that's a good thing. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A little bit thin. Like I said, it's not thin. It's just a little bit kind of not that creaminess that you expect from New England style IPA. The lactose definitely plays the sweetest part in the beer, and it comes off just a skosh too sweet, while not super duper sweet. Those hops just really come off spicy, bitter, and herbal, and it's a fun beer. Just don't expect, a big old dropped out all bitters New England style hazy. And I think you might dig it. There you go. Is it one of the better ones I've had, New England IPA wise? No. If you said is it one of the better lactose hopped beers? Hoppy for lactose beers? I'd put it in a conversation. It wouldn't be up there, but it's tasty and I dig it and I think it's fun. Value availability, no idea. Maybe Jason or somebody out there in the old Swamp Hen region can clue us in on what's what. And leave you with, if you like what we like this beer, if you like hoppy beers and you like lactose beers, you're going to get bitterness, you're going to get hops. It's not going to be something you're super accustomed to. So maybe if you like old English style IPAs and you want a lactose version of it with a hefty dollop of New England treatment, that's what you're going to get here. I think that's interesting. You might too. There you go. Another review in the books. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Down there if you want to talk about it. Massive Beers if you want to check me out doing the social media stuff. Beer Massive if you want to check me out doing the whole podcasting thing. And hopefully you guys enjoyed our review. Hopefully you're enjoying a nice little Micanopy Moonbeam. Last time I'll butcher that name. And hopefully see you next time. Cheers.